Hey, John Hardison here with you from Studio 113 and Epic Academy at East Hall High School in Gainesville, Georgia. Listen, have you ever had it to where you've graded so many essays, your writing hand is about to fall off from pushing that red pen across the paper, and maybe you've been very redundant and you've just written things over and over again, or maybe even if you're just using codes or tags and you get tired of writing that over and over. Well, maybe Kaizena is the tool for you. All you will need is a headset and one of these, a mouse, and it's pretty simple. How about we dive in and take a look at Kaizena? All right. And here we are inside Google Chrome, my web browser of choice, and we're looking at the new and updated Google Drive. Please notice that what used to be shared is now the incoming folder. But let's get started with Kaizena. If you have not connected Kaizena to your Google Drive before, here's how you do it. Click on New, go down to More, scroll across, Connect More Apps, and then we're going to type in Kaizena, hit Enter, and search. From here, you would click Connect. Yours should say Connect. Mine says Rate It because I have already added it to my Google Drive. So click Connect, and then it would be added to your Google Drive. Now I'm going to double click on my Essays folder. We're going to look at an essay from my son, Tucker Hardison. I right click on that essay, Open With, and then Kaizena. That kicks me to the Kaizena website. And you'll notice off to the left here, it says a mock essay by Tucker Hardison, and then he is receiving the feedback and I am the reviewer. Now we'll look at some of this up here in just a moment, but let's just keep it simple. If all you want to do is quit writing until your hand falls off with a red pen, then maybe you need to simply use Kaizena to give voice comments. It's this simple. Let's say I highlight the title right here, and I'm going to skip this tag highlight, and I'm going to go to the microphone, and from here I'm going to add a comment. I'm going to click record, and I would say this title looks very interesting. I think it's going to set up a good introductory paragraph. I can't wait to read the rest of it. And then I simply click stop, and then you'll see that it is adding that comment, and I can go back and play it here, and I can also delete it. We'll look a minute at what this means. Now if I want to change the color of this right here, which now is yellow, I can simply go up here and change the color to whatever suits me. A lot of teachers, of course, will use different colors for different things and have some kind of color-coded feedback. Kaizena gives you that option. So again, if you just want to go through and say we're looking at this first paragraph here, and I'm looking for a very strong thesis statement, I'm going to give that comment. Wow, this thesis statement is very good. You really stick your neck out on what you are trying to prove. I can't wait to read the rest of the essay to see if you validate it with good supporting details. I click stop, I wait for it to save, and then if I want again, I can go in and change the color. So that is what I tell a lot of people to do. Kaizena gives you that option. Man, that is so cool. But for those of y'all who are maybe looking at doing a little bit more with that, let's take a look at what else you can do. And let's say that perhaps you want to add some textual comments. So I'm going to highlight something again, skip the tag, and I'm going to go here to text comment. And I could type something in, and then click comment. Again, I could change the color. I can go delete it. I can do some other things with that. Very simple stuff. Let's go down here, and let's say you already have a bunch of canned comments. For example, this is an AP Language generic open essay rubric, and I'm going to grab the rationale for the scores from 3 to 4. So I just grabbed that. I'm going to go back here, and let's pretend at the end of this essay I have gotten to this essay, and I want to give a comment. And what I'm going to do is Control V, paste that in, and comment. And so I just scored that student's essay. The student will know what a 4 and a 3 are. That simple. Just took me a few seconds. So there is another way of adding some comments. If you don't want to do voice comments, simply add a text comment. Now here's something really cool that I like about Kaizena. You can go to the resources and you can add your own resources with links. Now as you scroll down through here, you'll see that I've added maybe 3 or 4 pages of resource names and then links so that these can be added as I am grading students' papers. So very simple stuff. Let's go back and take a look at how this goes. Let me just highlight something different. I'm going to highlight right here, and let's say I want to say something about that. So I'm going to skip the tag for right now. I'm going to go to resource. So I click on resource, and from there I'm going to type in parallel. And you'll see that these two things come up. These are within my resources library. So I'm thinking maybe a lack of parallelism. And then I attach the resource, and then there it is. So the student will have this highlighted, and the student will be able to click on that and go to the website to get more help about parallelism. So very, very cool. Yes, I did spend a little bit of time adding in all of my resources, as you can see, but the copying and pasting I did from another spreadsheet with these resources was much worth the time. So now I can have those and just add them, and they're searchable while I am grading an essay. Okay, one last very cool thing, and that has to do with the tags. Now you notice I've been skipping over the tags. I wanted to save that for the very end. This is something pretty cool. So we start out again by highlighting something, and I'm going to highlight this just for an example. This time I'm actually going to add a tag, and as you can see it says please enter 3 or more characters. So I'm going to stay with parallel, and I'm going to just do a parallel tag. So this student maybe is doing something with parallelism. I click on that. Notice here that I have the option of 4 circles. I could rate the student. I could even add circles if I wanted. I could also minimize the circles. I can make it to where I gave a frown or a smiley face. But I'm going to go with 4, and I'm going to rate this kid as 3 out of 4. Notice over here it pops up, parallel, 3 of 4. I can delete it if I'm not satisfied with it, but I also can add some voice comments that go with this tag. So here we go. Click, record. Please notice that you really need to work on parallelism. We've looked at this with our last couple of exercises. Please take a look at some of the resources provided here and see me if you need any more help with parallelism. Give it just a second for that to record. And then there it is. Now watch the move here. Very simple. Go here to this tag. It says save feedback to tag. If I click this, it will add it to the parallel tag. I'm clicking. It gives me confirmation. There we go. Now how about I add some comments? I'll go back to some of my canned comments, and just for an example, I'll use this one again. Just pretend that it relates, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So now I'm going to Control V, paste that in, or of course I could type something. And then I click comment. If I am happy with that comment, I can go here and I can save that to the tag. It has been saved. Now let's go check that. I can go here to tags and notice what pops up. So I only have one tag that I've created in here, and it is parallel. And then I have a 16-second comment that goes with that, and I also have a text comment. Now maybe that's just not enough. There's one other thing we can do. I can also go and I could add a resource. So let me type in parallel. If I scroll down, I'll see I'm going to choose lack of parallelism, attach resource. There it is. I'm going to go here, add it to the feedback for the tag. It's saved. Now let's go revisit. So here's that parallel tag. I have have a soundbite, I have text, and then I have a website that this person can click on for extra help. Now, if you will imagine going through, say, 5 or 10 essays for a particular assignment and adding those tags in, once you've got that done and they're added in, thereafter, all you got to do is highlight and tag lines within a student's essay, and they'll have access to the sound you've provided, to the text comments, maybe even to a website link, and all you do is click and move on. And so those comments are already done. You could really build a very cool database of comments and resources for those students. Now, I think a red pen's great. I think any kind of colored pen is great when you're needing that for your essays and for your assessment. But take a look at Kaizena and all these options, and you'll see that sometimes it may be the best thing for you to do. And if you're wondering how the student will receive his feedback or his assessment, then here's how it is. So I'm pretending I am the student. I am my son, Tucker Hardison, and so I would go into my essays that I have shared with the teacher. I'll simply open this document, and I'm opening up a Google document. Nothing really shows up here, but if I go to comments, click on comments, you'll see where some feedback has been added. So it says, "Hi Tucker, I'm using Kaizena to give you high quality feedback on your work. To view my feedback, click here." And that is of course from John Hardison. So I click on Kaizena, and then it will open up. Now all I have to do is to go down through here as a student and to click on each one of these. When I click on each highlighted section, I can go in here,
say this title looks,
and I can hear what has been said. I'll go to the next one, another comment. How about the one here that was tagged? So I clicked on this fourth one here, this yellow one. I have a 16-second comment. I have a text comment, and then I even have a website that I can click on and I can go to for some help. Ooh, parallel structure. The teacher provided that link to me. Pretty cool stuff. All I have to do as a student is take the time to listen to the feedback, to explore the feedback, and then I'll be better. Very cool. See you later.